Father Edeh, fondly called Father Founder.
My impression of Father Edeh in regards to world peace is that he is a man of peace.
He's been going all over the place, touching the life of the common people.
The words that I have heard him speak, this is exactly what he is putting forth.
We're standing right in front of Madonna University. This is actually the first private-owned university in Nigeria, and it was founded by Reverend Father Professor Emmanuel Edeh. What you probably don't know is that it's not just the university in here. There's over 600 hectares of land, and in there we have a teaching hospital, we have a museum, we have a center for world peace, and many more, affecting 33 countries all over the world, not just here in Africa. Well, guess what? You're about to find out more. I know that the founder is a very humble man, and that might be the reason why you haven't heard about this, but all that is about to change. Come with me.
Now, when these people are coming in big numbers, the next thing is that I established what they call the Catholic Prayer Ministry. The Catholic Prayer Ministry is an association whereby members are geared towards taking care of the sick, the suffering, the poor, the marginalized, everywhere. Now, this spread everywhere in the country. All parts of Nigeria, we have zones of the Catholic Prayer Ministry. And still, above all, these people from Nigeria started going to other countries. Now, consequently, I was invited in England to come and establish the Catholic Prayer Ministry. And now in England, I have 14 zones of the Catholic Prayer Ministry. I was invited in Germany. Now I have 16 zones of the Catholic Prayer Ministry. I was invited to America. I had 34 zones of the Catholic Prayer in almost all the cities. What are we doing? We are trying to take care of the poor, the sick, and the suffering people of God.
Most of the people we handle here, we just give them whole treatments. Apart from the fact that they cannot pay for the kind of treatment we give them, starting from the surgeries and the medications, even at that, Father Edeh goes as far as doing these things free of charge. And all these things, apart from doing it for the people who come here, we still go into the rural areas to take care of them. And when we go there, not only the fact that we create awareness, we at the same time give them the same total treatment we give to those who come here to visit us.
Our father has built, I have helped him by designing and providing the equipments and so on. We built a maternal unity here. It means a gynecological and obstetric clinic. Tried successfully to do a up-to-date one. That is the good standard, actually the same standard as in Europe. And the most important point about this clinic is that it is self-sufficient. It means you have everything you need.
I have been with Father Edeh's institution and have done some serious studies about him and his works, especially on his philosophy of thought and action, with particular reference to a section of his philosophy that deals with practical and effective charity.
When we talk about the charity works of Father Edeh, it is something we need to understand where he's coming from. Father Edeh took up the charity attitude from his mother that we call Mama Omeogo.
We used to pick some people up in the bush, small children, abandoned by parents. Then we started, because of that, I started there, this. That was for cooking.
When I came here and when I began to do the studies of who Dr. Edeh is, I realized how he comes from this very strong place of heart, of compassion for people.
My dad has been a participant, like an active participant at the pilgrimage center here in LLA. So when we lost him, Father came for the burial. So during the burial, he made these announcements. Because of the contributions from my father's side, like he has been a devoted member or a participant of the CPM, that is the Catholic Prayer Ministry. So instead of the burden to be much on my mom, he decided to help out and then give a lending hand to the family by giving us the scholarship, that is awarding the scholarship scheme to every member of the family, starting from the secondary school stage up to the university age.
Father Founder has also set up the Madonna International Charity Peace Award, where awardees are given a financial grant in order to enable them continue to do charitable deeds in their locality.
I was privileged to be the first Nigerian awardee. So that encouraged me more to continue the good works of charity and peace.
So here we are now, we're heading to the factory. They have a factory where they make drinks. This is one of them.
We have about 5 of them. We have the Triumph factory, we have the tissue factory, we have the tonic wine factory, we have the paint factory, and then we have the bread bakery. And here where we are now is the Triumph factory. Here we produce about 4 types of soft drinks. We have the Triumph Orange, we have the Sprite, we have the Bitter Lemon, and then we have the Triumph Cola. Here also we package drinking water. So that is what goes on in this factory. And we have a manpower capacity of about 360 workers.
In 2006, when I joined his establishment, I was carried away by his wealth of humility.
In his book, Professor Edeh also touched this problem from this point of view. It was interesting for me, very interesting, because without inner peace, it's not possible to have the peace at the interdisciplinary level.
No matter where you go, you see Father Edeh's practice in action among the people. Even on this campus, there are 50 things going on at the same time, all of them in support of this ideal. Well, this has not happened by accident. It's quite an amazing experience.
First of all, as a student, I read his groundbreaking work in philosophy towards an Igbo metaphysics, which I believe is the foundation of his philosophy of thought and action, otherwise referred today as eptism. And in this work, we laid the foundation. I was brought close to this man who has ideas of conquering the world with peace. And apart from that, I also encountered him when I finished as an undergraduate. I was opportune to work with his educational institution.
I
I've been associated with the Edeh's foundations, especially with the educational arm of it. I've been the Deputy Vice Chancellor for one of his universities, Caritas University, Amo Jineke, located in Enugu, as one of the foundation members. And I have been associated with Father Edeh in this capacity of education, because his work of education is one of the charisms of our own congregation, Spartans worldwide.
Here is Father Edeh. He is empowering young girls. You go around and ask them, what is your major? Medicine. What is your major? Public health. What is your major? Computer science. These young women are being empowered. This is what Father Edeh does. He empowers people.
You know, when you go to other schools, it's not very easy for you to get the admission. But once you come here, no matter the time you come, no matter when you come, you'll be admitted, you'll be given your hostels, everything will be in control.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So coming to the church activities, I think our motto is decency, morals, and your academics. So we really work towards that, your moral, your decency, and everything is just working together. So we thank God for that.
Madonna University is the only institution I know that satisfies the needs of its children and students passionately with all levels of charity you could think of.
What is the cause of unemployment in this country? Most of the youths are not educated and therefore cannot get gainful employment. He established institutions of learning right from primary schools to secondary schools, to polytechnics and colleges of education, to universities. Now, if you go to any of his universities, or indeed any of his institutions of learning, whether low or high, you must be morally upright. There is discipline in those places. We learn to blend morality with education, so that at the end of the day, we get a whole person. When you graduate both in learning and in character, not in learning alone.
Father Founder, I've been to all the campuses, I've been to the factories, I've been to the museum, to the Center for Peace and Reconciliation. I've been everywhere that you've been involved with, that you've started and founded. Can you please tell us, how did all of this start?
All of them did not start in a day. Rather, they started when I was very young. When I was about just 9 years old, after my baptism, I had an inspiration from the Almighty God, letting me know that He has something for me. So even though I was young, I got that clearly. And then I came out and then passed this on to my mother. My mother happened to be a very, very prayerful somebody, and a spiritual woman. She advised me to pay attention strictly to that inspiration, that God wanted me to do something.